Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us your name, and what brought you here today?
My name is Jenny Alejandres, and I came here today. My husband Nane and myself started this organization over 40 years ago, and I came here because I think it's very important. You know, I'm a farm worker. My parents were farm workers, and I worked in the fields starting at 8 years old. I went to work with my dad so that I can make money for my school clothes. And it's hard work. I'll never forget that. I never forget where I came from. And it's important to celebrate César Chávez's, he was my hero. And he did a lot for us, for our people. So I give thanks for that. But I also come here because this is like family, my extended family. My friends are here and listening to this beautiful music. And I'm glad it's a nice, beautiful day.
Yeah. Yes. So speaking of César Chávez and all the organizing that he did in the past, something that's personal to me is, my uncle was Henry Dominguez, and he recently passed, and there was that long walk they would take, and then the fasting that they would do as well. What do you think the difference between the community organizers and protesters that aren't really happy with things going on now compared to the past? Why do you think there's such a difference in the kind of just a little bit more docile as the protest? There's not really much of an outrage or outcry of what's going on now.
I also knew Henry. He was a dear friend of ours, my husband and I. I don't know. It is scary of what's going on right now. I think we shouldn't. We have to keep moving, though. We have to keep going and keep fighting for our rights. We can't just sit back and let it happen, It is happening. He's doing a lot of things that is changing the world, changing our whole world right now. But it's good. I'm glad that there's, you see a lot of young people out there too that are getting involved. But we have to be the example for them, and show them. So we just need to get out there more and not sit, docile.
Yeah, I think that's for me as growing up, watching my uncle.
Oh yes.
And watching him speak his words. It meant a lot to me.
Oh yes, I'll never forget Henry.
Growing up.
Yes.
And so to see people like yourself that really remember what he's done makes me feel proud. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I appreciate everything that you're doing, and I hope to help with the fight as well. So.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Those youngsters, they have brothers, they have sisters, and personally ourselves, we just went through that for 14 years through the visit line, to go visit our grandson, to go visit our relatives, to go visit my son all the way to Pelican Bay. That hurts. And all you mothers here that have someone incarcerated or know someone that's incarcerated, we feel that pain, the way you get treated when you go there, the way that you have to sit with your loved one. We have to stop that. That's another one that we have coming up that's been going on. But they say that music helps us. And I'm glad that we have people like Eleanor and Phil here locally to fill our hearts. But before that, I got a little money in my pocket.
There we go.
You're going to interview?
So yeah, why don't you introduce yourself, your name, and
Okay, Oscar Rios, Watsonville, former council member and mayor, and I'm today just president of Fiestas Patrias.
oh, nice.
We sponsor Cinco de Mayo and the 16th of September for the last 35 years.
Yeah, that's great.
And you stay active, especially these days with all the stuff going on with this new Trumpism. We need to stay together and really rally. This is no time to surrender.
Right.
This is no time to say, I cannot do nothing. No, this is the time when we have to say, we will fight. We will stand up. It's just unjust what's going on.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned to you I'm here. That's actually the reason why I myself as an organizer is from my ancestral background. You know, my uncle Henry Dominguez was very active in the community, and you mentioned you remembered.
Yeah, when you mentioned, I heard about when he passed away, okay, Henry,
Yeah.
and then when you mentioned it to me, so when you show me the picture, I go, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
And I remember him coming to support us in San Francisco when we were going through Los Siete de la Raza. Okay, that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
You remember that
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Okay, those were my friends, those
Yeah,
were my
that's right.
family, my brother. And I remember them coming and supporting us. And I remember us going to San Jose and then also giving us support over there. And when you mention him, I always remember his calmness, but always his strength to always fight for what was wrong at that time to make it better. So he would always be there with us.
Yeah. I think that's again one of the reasons why myself I want to be involved with groups like this, and I think it's a lot of the younger generations. Maybe for a long time they've maybe taken advantage of our struggles that we fought for them, but now they're really seeing it, and so it's really important for the young generations to pick up the mantle and fight. Do you agree?
Oh, definitely. And I think it's more that the conditions, have changed.
Right.
And when we were involved, right, in the 60s, 70s, there was certain issues that were just in front of us that we had to do something like today, right? So this new generation finally, not finally, but remember, it's a whole new world now, a whole new, this digital world, this information that is going on, being distorted. So I think that now is the time for us to step forward and also join them and say, we have to, and this is the way, and this is what we learned from the past, and share some of that. And I think there's a lot of young people there. They're seeing what's injustice, and there's a lot of young people that are also saying we need to fight.
No, I agree. I think that's the next step is teaching them to organize and to do it in the right way so that their voice can be heard.
Work with them. That's how all of us have to learn more, and to have patience. But I think that just what is going on today is waking them up,
Yeah.
and it's more to come, brother. There's this is only not even 3 months, man.
It's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning. So I'm glad you're doing this, and I'm glad to know that you were part of the family of long struggle, man. That's great.
And I think that's just it, is those stories are unheard. And even like you're mentioning the digital age, there was no cell phones to capture all those things, your fight, my uncle's fights,
That's right.
Cesar's fights. There were very little to capture that moment.
That's right.
And so now is more important with our digital age is to capture and remember our oral history, but also visually now use that visual opportunity to unite each other.
But I'm going to give you what I read from, what I read up
Yeah,
there.
thank you very much.
This is an article that was done with Unity newspaper. There was a paper developed, in the times that did really cover the issues that were going at that time. Because a lot of us came together and a lot of us organized. We were also very young, right? But we were determined. And like what you see over here, right? A lot of these old timers, man, they were all involved in things. Nane has always been a fighter. And I think we have to share that. Some of these folks here, they were all involved in different things. We just, there was just a big celebration for the Watsonville strike. It's already 40 years, and there was a big celebration again recognizing the historical fight that it took place in Watsonville in 1985, and that's how I came over here to support the strike. And I stayed there. And now, after 40 years, we're still going to, learn from those lessons of people that stood together, especialmente mujeres latinas.
That's right. That's right.
Okay?
Okay.
Pues muchas
Adelante,
gracias.
adelante, Unidos.
Muchas gracias. ¿eh?
Muchas gracias.
Déjame poner tu nombre.
Love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time.
RJ Castro here, standing at the end of the ocean. And as I look at the waves, it reminds me of the waves, but not of water, but the waves of people that have come before us. All those that struggled before us to get us to where we are as Chicanos, Latinos, Mexican Americans. And these waves of people that have come before us, like Nane and Tío Henry, Dominguez, when they started the Barrios Unidos and the San Jose Black Berets, they had a purpose. They lived with purpose. They lived with purpose and pride and quiet strength. Today at Barrios Unidos, I saw exactly that. I saw the same spirit that was alive in the danza and in the lowriders, the youth, and our elders. This moment in time, it matters because carrying on the legacy isn't just about looking back. It's about standing up. Standing up now, teaching the next generation, and finding unity in our stories. The movement continues, and it starts with us.